अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, मैं हूं आपका मेज़बान गुलाम मुर्ज़ा बुट्टर। नाज़रीन, आप लोग देख रहे हैं नई न्यूज़। नाज़रीन, हमारे प्रोग्राम का नाम है पार्लियामेंट से पाकिस्तान। नाज़रीन, आज मेरे प्रोग्राम का मौजू है टूरिज़म। नाज़रीन, अगर किसी कंट्री ने दुनिया पे राज करना है, दुनिया के ऊपर अपना एक लोहा मनवाना है, तो उस कंट्री की टूरिज़म जो है ना, उसे बेहतर होना चाहिए। हेलो सर चार्ल्स पार्कर।
Hello.
हाउ आर यू सर?
Good, thank you.
सर, प्लीज़ इंट्रोड्यूस ऑफ योरसेल्फ।
I'm Charles Barker. I have a consultancy company, hospitality support and consultancy services. And I'm in Pakistan hoping to help and assist with the development of tourism on a national level.
Charles Parker, sir, please can me explain how to improve tourism sector?
The tourism in Pakistan has great aspirations, and it's been many years an area which the government and private sector would like to develop. But over the years, there have been a lot of hurdles to overcome, and perhaps most importantly, there's been an absence of a federal strategic development plan for tourism. And therefore, the result has been a number of private institutions, private organizations have built their own hotels, developed their own tour companies, and this is fine, but it's lacked a coordinated structure. And for the development of tourism to be effective and really benefit Pakistan, there needs to be this complete strategy, and it needs to be long-term, not just a few years, but looking into the future. And the most successful companies that have done this, countries that have done this sort of thing, for example, Oman and Jordan, they've developed sort of 30, 40-year plans. And this is the sort of way I think that Pakistan needs to develop its tourism industry. Well, I've worked with a number of organizations, for example, Intercontinental Hotels, for many years. I've worked in 10 different countries around the world. And in most of those countries, I've engaged with the government in tourism and their development strategies. And for example, in Jordan, I was on the main committee, the government's committee for tourism strategy. And so I've got some experience working with government and the private sector to develop this very important and fabulous, exciting industry.
Would you like to do business in Pakistan?
Yes, most certainly. I think that but before individual organizations go much further with tourism and also provincially tourism development, I think there needs to be an overall strategy under which all organizations can come and know the direction that the government wishes to proceed in. But certainly the opportunities in this country are fantastic, and there's many opportunities just waiting to be developed.
Sir, how would you address the Prime Minister to facilitate you in helping Pakistan tourism?
I think, as I've said, the development of a cohesive and long-term tourism strategy at a federal level is the most important thing that is needed. And this needs to be organized preferably by somebody with experience, not done within government, but in private sector, who can look at a broad picture of the country and with experience from how these things can be developed in other countries. So I would advocate this strategy to be developed, and with that, then other elements can come into play.
Sir, how do we interact the two sectors?
The first thing is there needs to be engagement with all interested stakeholders. There needs to be government and regional government involvement. There needs to be people from the private sector, both those who are already involved in tourism, but also newcomers, new players with new ideas. The thing is that government needs to set the rules. They need to organise and manage the infrastructure of tourism. And it's things that are not terribly exciting. For example, the roads, the communications, sewage system, waste management, policy regarding environmental issues. These are all things that need to be done at the very beginning. The private sector then comes into play with the development of hotels, of development of places of interest, and that is how everybody merges together.
Sir Charles Parkle, thank you.
Thank you very much for talking to me.